was trying to do Abramelin ritual.
The Book of Abramelin. You got to know this book, bro, because all the magic science. You ever heard of the Varil worm? It's connected to Abramelic magic, which is how to bind demons to symbols. That's what Abramelin, or this Abraham of worms, brought from the Egyptian Gnostic science, how to bind certain archons and demons to the sigils.
Now, the Abramelin workings, right, was written by Abraham of Worms. This particular book, translated by Samuel L. Mathers.
Yeah, Eminem's grandfather, maybe.
The lyrics in 8 Mile that Eminem says is, "You look like a worm with braids." Book of the Sacred Magic of Abramelin, the Mage, was about a ritual that I think took like a year or something like that. Loch Ness, we have the Loch Ness Monster. Some people say it's a hoax, some people say it's not, but what if by Crowley not finishing his ritual, he opened up a wormhole for a worm to come through, right? Because everyone always thinks, oh, it's a dinosaur or something. Well, what if it was a worm? It looks like a freaking worm, bro. Because it's all about doing what? It's all about opening up portals or getting in touch with entities on the other side of reality in order to gain godlike powers.
The sigil of Amuth in the Enochian text that John Dee was working with, he learned that the sigil of Amuth was one of the most connective uses of spiritual technology. This particular sigil would allow for a spirit, quote unquote, a angel demon, to enter through a portal through that symbol, reveal its presence in front of the practitioner that was conducting the ritual, and he will put the sigil of Amuth on the floor, be over a certain ley line at a certain astrological period, and they will put a pound of flesh on the floor and wait a couple of weeks for it to rot. And this worm would come out, this pound of flesh, and it would be completely possessed by the archons from that hebdomadal lower aeon realm. It is said that the Black Eye Club is connected to this worm science of putting the Varil worm into the eyes.
And we see it with the nano worms. And this is going into droning, guys. Droning or soul scraping. If you've ever heard of the archons, the Vril worm, they say this worm goes in through the optic nerve, taking over the consciousness of the host. It wraps through the optic nerve. They're pulling these entities out of the ether. But see, it's technology. That's what it really is. It's not some worm, an actual worm. It's a nano worm.
If you look into the show The Strain, which is talking about the worm entering the eye, turning people into zombies, they can be controlled through ritual. And it's called the Black Eye Club.
So what they are is like vampire things. And they feed off you with that tongue, which is really a perfect representation of the Vril worm. This parasite that feeds off the host. That's the ancient one right there. That's what they literally call them, the ancient one.